Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now, available in 2018. The album, Dad AF. Hey little thing, let me light your candle, cause I'm so hard to handle now. Mess around. All right, let's get into this video, shall we? I actually filmed this video, and then I was like 3 or 4 minutes into it, and I'm like, okay, I know that I'm all over the place typically, but I am really all over the place with this one. So, let me get a sip of my coffee and we're gonna get right into this. And we are gonna talk about, you can get this too at Walmart, $12.72. We're gonna talk about Erika Costell and Jake Paul, the breakup, and why Erika Costell has been rather silent in the last, let's say, 24 to 48 hours about all of this. In the last week, there has been a lot of speculation that they had broken up already. Drama Alert had done a video, I think it was like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, speculating about it. There's been a lot of people that have come out and said things about their breaking up. So finally, yesterday, Jake Paul put out a statement on Twitter confirming that, yes, he and Jerika, it's over. I know, listen, okay, boys and girls out there, you Jerika fans, I know you can hardly even move on, okay? But Jake and Erika seem to be doing just fine. So I think that that should be, you know, like you can follow their lead a little bit. And we're going to talk about how we know that they're doing just fine in a second. But anyway, because I do think the timing of all of this is rather interesting. So I did a video last night, and I talked about, like, Jake Paul putting out the statement and confirming that they had broken up and all this kind of stuff. And I was reading through the Twitter of what people were saying, and you know, all of the fans were just so brokenhearted, they just couldn't move on and all that kind of stuff. And I understand that, you know, when you develop a relationship with a YouTuber or, you know, a celebrity or whatever, that you get kind of invested in their life, and then it's really hard when you're like, oh my God, they broke up? How am I going to go on? Well, if they can go on, you can too. I also talked in that video at the end of it about YouTube relationships, fake YouTube relationships, which ones are fake, which ones aren't. And I talked in there also about Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash, which I've also covered in videos previously when they first started dating. So you might want to go check out that video. Anyway, okay. Let's get into this whole situation that has happened now, let's say in the last 24 hours. Because as I was, like, you know, getting this all together to do the video last night, one of the things that I noticed was Erika Costell hadn't said anything. In fact, she was absolutely silent. No YouTube video had she put out, no tweet saying anything about this. Now, apparently, she had untagged herself and a lot of things to do with all of this yesterday when people were tagging them and stuff. She had, like, I guess, untagged herself from that. So, I don't know, maybe that's her way of moving forward. But it's interesting that she hasn't said anything, right? Like, that she didn't retweet his, and she doesn't have to. She doesn't know this to anybody, except for the fact that her relationship with Jake Paul is really what built her entire career. I mean, let's just be for real, right? But, you know, she could have, like, retweeted, I think the confirmation stated, and said, you know, like, we had great times, I miss him, blah, 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 whatever, or put out her own little statement, or whatever. Like I said, she doesn't have to do that, right? But it was leaving, like, a lot of the fans to wonder, like, what's going on? Is she okay? Is she not okay? And all this. So I went in here and I was reading her Twitter, okay, for the last couple days. Now, 2 days ago I think it was three days ago, but on here it says it was 2 days ago, is when she, other hand, fan flip, she put up her announcement on YouTube that she got her wings. And just like in the Christmas movie, because it is a Christmas season, It's a Wonderful Life, when Jimmy Stewart's daughter in there says, teacher says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. So I guess that bells are ringing all over LA right now because Erika Costell got her wings as a Victoria. Are we shocked by this? Like, seriously? Seriously, okay? It might be harder to become a Versace model walking the runway of Milan. Or it might be easier to become, what? It might be, hey little thing, let me light your candle, cause I'm sure hard to handle now, mess around. It might be easier to walk the runways personally for Donatella Versace, okay, than to become a Victoria's Secret angel. Seriously? Like, this is a big, big deal, right? My husband he and I watch this thing every year. This is like, I mean, the Victoria's Secret fashion show, seriously, is like, I don't know, it's kind of like the Gay Olympics to some degree. I love it. I love the musicians that they have. It's just fantastic. I still cry every time I see Heidi Klum, the last time that she walked the runway. I know a lot of people don't like her, but listen, I watched her for years doing that runway show. Just breaks my heart. So now Erika Costell, She got a spot. Now, let me just tell you who she's going to be walking next to, okay? Because I was doing all this research. That's what you do when you're a drama channel. The world, you do research. See, I was doing research here. Now, if you want to know who the musical guests are going to be, the Chainsmokers, who I absolutely love, are going to be up there. A couple other ones, Rita Ora, Shawn Mendes, and the Struts. Okay, now here's my prediction for this breakup, right? I see a little Shawn Mendes, Erika Costell twosome coming up real quick. I think they're going to be the newest hot couple. Is he dating somebody? I don't know. I didn't do that part of my research. But it doesn't matter because I think they're going to start dating. And then James Charles will be shaking in his boots. So anyway, but I just had to put that 2 cents out there. Anyway, so those are the musical guests. The location is going to be in New York City this year. It goes in here. I mean, if you want to see this article on Harper's Bazaar, it breaks down everything you would ever want to know about the Victoria's Secret fashion show. Hold on a second. Let me get to where it says location. It's got all their Instagram pictures up here. What's really interesting about this article and where they go in and they talk about literally everybody that's going to be in there, they do not mention Erika Costell. So they go in here and they talk about, okay, where it is. The fantasy bra, if you want to know, this year it's going to be worn by Elsa Hosk. And the fantasy bra, that's the one that everybody wants, right? That diamond. What would you even seriously do? Would you wear that underneath, go into your workout outfit, going to the gym? You'd have that diamond bra on. Come on now. Why can't I get up? Okay, location. Last year. Woo, the date. This year's show will take place on November 8th. And then it talks about it being broadcast on TV on December 2nd. Jake and Erika confirm their breakup on November 7th, and she's walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show on November 8th. And how did she get this coveted spot as a model over tons and tons of models out there? Is it because of her extensive runway walking experience that I have not seen tons of? I mean, I know she's a model, and I've seen some of the stuff that she's done, but I haven't seen any huge international campaigns. I haven't seen any huge runway walks. It's not like she's running to Paris and Milan and New York and London and she's doing Fashion Week and 10 shows and all this kind of stuff. And the reason that you might think that that's not important, but it is I want to tell you who she's going to be walking next to this year, okay? Well, a lot of the other, my favorite, okay? My favorite in the entire world, Alessandra Ambrosio. She hung up her wings last year. It talks about in here. 2 regular faces that we won't be seeing in the 2018 show are Alessandra Ambrosio, who confirmed last year that she'd be hanging up her wings. I loved her and Adriana Lima. Those were my 2 favorites always of life. Hanging up her wings after 12 years of walking for the brand, and Lily Aldridge, who is pregnant with her 2nd child. I love Lily Aldridge too. Okay. But then it goes in here and it talks about all the people, but the big ones that are walking, it's like Kendall Jenner, and where is it? Why can't I find it? Okay, wait. This means that several weeks prior to the show, you'll have a parade of models photographed arriving at Victoria's Secret HQ in New York, giving us a pretty good indication of who might be appearing, although it's not always guaranteed. Haley Baldwin was spotted tuning up for a casting last year, but didn't ever make the final lineup, as was Gigi Hadid, who was later forced to pull out. Okay, now where does it go in here? I should have this all pulled up. Well, anyway, don't you all think it's interesting that she got this spot? Like, this is a big deal. Victoria's Secret's also confirmed that Kendall Jenner, Gigi Hadid, and Bella Hadid will also be walking. 3 of the biggest fashion models. I mean, these are basically like Linda Evangelista, Naomi Campbell, and Christy Turlington back in the day. These are like the supermodels, okay, at the time. The Hadid sisters and Kendall Jenner, they're like the models. And Erika Costell is walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I'm very happy for her, okay? I think it's fantastic. I think that it is amazing, this life that she lives. I mean, seriously, she has fulfilled almost every 15-year-old girl's fantasies, okay? To date Jake Paul, live in that Team 10 house, to be pranked like crazy, and to be a Victoria's Secret. I mean, what is next? I mean, what could she possibly do with her life that's next? So anyway, I went in here and I read her Twitter because I wanted to see if she had said anything about this breakup, which she hadn't. 2 days ago, she said, the announcement is finally here 3 months later and I'm freaking out. And that was her video. And I think the video is called, I'm Walking in the Victoria's Secret Fashion Show. And then she put up here, I literally feel like I'm in a Gossip Girl episode right now. Okay, and then this, Shannon says, how am I supposed to know? Oh, this is about something silly, about a shoehorn. And then she says, I'm into this rain, and then she puts like a black heart and like a little kind of face. I don't know really what that means. And that was one day ago. I think maybe that was what, how she would say she was, okay, no. Okay, that had nothing to do with the breakup. Where was the one that had to do with the breakup? Okay, and then one day ago she put, the real question is, will I make it to my 1 a.m. spray tan? And then yesterday she woke up and said good morning. And then 4 hours ago she put, I feel like I've already lived 2 days today, and it's not even 11. Apparently, 3,091 people relate to that because they've all liked it. And then she just said, 35 minutes ago, had a blast backstage this morning with Victoria's Secret. The girls are literal angels, so it makes so much sense. I felt like that statement was kind of a little condescending. I mean, girl, these are Victoria's Secret models, okay? You should be so blessed. Let's just put that out there, okay? I have to believe that Victoria's Secret chose to put her in this runway show because of her clout with Jake Paul. I'm sorry, but I have to believe that, okay? This is such a big deal. Like, I don't know that if you don't watch it and you don't really follow these, I mean, these are like the models that are in this. I mean, you walk the runway, you walk the Victoria's Secret runway fashion show or whatever, you're set. I mean, seriously set. Like, your modeling career, you're done. You're like, I mean, you're set for life, right? I mean, it's literally golden. So her modeling career has just been made with this fashion show, which is absolutely fantastic, right? But then it makes you wonder, why the breakup the day before? I mean, is she preparing herself for Shawn Mendes or whoever else might be at this day? Or were they really having problems? Or was it like, okay, now your career is like, you know, set to go, so I think it's time for us to go our separate ways? Were their careers getting, you know, and I mean, he said something about it's really hard to have a relationship in the public eye. Well, to be honest with you, I mean, she's now on a whole different level, right? Like, for their age, Erika Costell now is a Victoria's Secret model, and Jake Paul as like one of the top YouTubers of the world. They have so much, they're literally the power couple of YouTube, literally, right? So it makes you wonder why they would break up right now and why they would, on the Shane Dawson series, act as if they were in this relationship and, you know, she's hanging on to him and he's whispering things to her and he brings her to the house and stuff. If that was even filmed, let's say 2 months ago, I mean, problems don't happen right away and just all of a sudden, okay, let's go our separate ways after all this time. I mean, it takes that time, you know? And then people were saying, well, what was her investment in getting in this relationship to begin with? A Victoria's Secret contract. But I don't believe it. I don't believe it was all fake. I don't know. You know, I think that some of the breakups and some of the relationship stuff was for views. You know, since I made my video last night, I was like looking through a lot of the stuff and watching some of their past videos together. And they seem they either deserve Oscars for relationships. Listen, if you got an Oscar for a romantic comedy, I mean, they deserve one, right? Seriously. But if, you know, there are parts of it that seem very, very real to me. I am not convinced, okay, that every relationship on YouTube is 100% fake. I'm just not. I believe there are bits of truth and bits of not truth to everything. And even like with Jake showing in his series that with the pranks, like people, like, yes, the pranks were real, but people knew they were going to be, you know, happening the next day. Is that kind of what's going on with the relationships? It's like, you know, because it's interesting when you hear like Alyssa Violet's story, it's like she was always kind of like they were together but not together. Is that like what's been going on with Erika and him, but they put a label on it this time? Like, it's very confusing, right? So anyway, if you go in here and you see what she says for like the last 24 hours, she says in here, I feel like I've already lived 2 days today and it's not even 11. And then this Jerika for life, she's going to have to change. Well, I shouldn't have said that because somebody says it for me in a second. Can you make a video about why you broke up with Jake? Because as the Costellers, we all want to support you and really know what happened. Then this Jane says, forget about it now. For now, celebrate the huge achievement. She will address it when she's ready. Probably. I completely agree with you, says Jerika for life. But I'm just very curious and want to be there for Erika. And then Jane says, yes, but today's not the day for this stuff. Today is huge for her. She doesn't want, I mean, bells are ringing. Bells are ringing. She got her damn wings. Let the girl move on. She don't care about Jake Paul no more. Every day, bro. What's that song? I was trying to think of it so I could sing that one. And then, yes, but today's not day for this, blah, 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 blah. There's a reason she untagged herself from a lot of posts yesterday. It's still too raw and hurts. Give her time to heal. One of the things that's interesting to me about this is, like, all these people that seem to, like, intimately know these people in their lives. Like, she's still raw. She's still hurting. She's getting a spray tan and she's going to the Victoria's Secret fashion show, okay? It's not like she's sitting in a room stuffing her face with little Debbie's, okay, crying her eyes out. It ain't happening, okay? I know y'all fans out there want to believe that's what's going on. It ain't going on, okay? She ain't over there. She ain't like calling all her girlfriends to come over at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, she's not making 300 phone calls to Jake Paul. No. I read the article. All of those Victoria's Secret girls, they're flown out on a plane the day before, okay? I read this. It even says in there, I go in there and look for it, but you know, I can't find nothing when I'm looking up for it. It even says in here, it would make a perfect Instagram moment. Here, I'll see if I can find it because it's so funny the way that they wrote it. I'm like, did somebody seriously write this for Harper's Bazaar? Why are they hiring me for Harper's Bazaar? But this means that 2 days ago, okay, when she posted, or 3 days ago when she posted her video for, I'm walking Victoria's Secret fashion show, and then 2 days ago, she put her ass on a plane, a private plane, and she's been with these Victoria's Secret models the entire time for all these perfect selfie moments, right? She had been thinking about this breakup, which means that before she left for this Victoria's Secret fashion show, her and Jake had a conversation, probably a PR conversation, about him releasing a statement and what she was going to do, which we don't know, about saying anything or not saying anything. So yes, right here it is a picture. It says right here, all the models will then travel to the location together. Wait, where does it say? The location of the Victoria's Secret show will changes frequently, but this year will take place in New York. It's previously been held everywhere from London and Paris to Miami and LA. Last year's took place in Shanghai. The brand has steadily, okay, well, where are we? 20s, okay. All the models will then travel to the location together via a Victoria's Secret private jet, providing many an Instagram opportunity. I mean, and isn't that what your life is about when you're a Victoria's Secret model? It's just having many. Now it makes sense, okay? Why in all of these videos that we've seen that Shane Dawson did with these people, that they have these influencer houses. Somebody is behind this, making the wheels turn of the machine, making these people famous, making a lot of money, and it just is very sad to me. It's like, the real days of back in the day of somebody walking down a street and getting discovered and all that kind of stuff. You know the stories like Stevie Nicks and the rock on, goddess woman. Those days, that shit don't happen no more. It just doesn't. It's so sad, isn't it? I mean, the days of Janis Joplin playing in small venues. Now you gotta date a famous YouTuber. You gotta call yourself a model. You gotta do the Instagram deal. You gotta all that kind of stuff. You gotta buy the likes and all that kind of shit. And hope people follow you. And it's all that, you know, it's just so sad to me. There's just no realness to it. This whole thing is just this whole contrived bullshit, right? And we all buy into it. Why? Because you want the fantasy bra, see? You want to be at the gym, working out on the treadmill, getting back into shape for Christmas and the holidays, and you want to imagine you have that diamond bra on. But you ain't never going to wear that diamond bra. Nobody wears that diamond bra, not even Erika Costell. Well, not this year, but maybe next year. Depends on if she starts dating Shawn Mendes. And if she does, that's called a career opportunity, see? So anyway, she's been on planes. She's been planning. She's been spray tanning, okay? She hasn't been worrying about this breakup. So this breakup has been over for probably weeks now, right? And they just decided to put this statement out now. And everybody's getting all upset about it. And I feel bad for the fans. I miss Jerika so much. Please sort this issue out. I can't read. Some of these people, I just cannot. It's hard for me to even understand what they're saying, and I ain't got my readers on either. And get back with Jake. You guys are so meant to be. I hope they do get back together. They do deserve each other, but I can't be a Jake Pauler and Costellar if they end their relationship for good. I already unsubscribed from Jake and Logan for Jake and Erika's breakup. Whoo! This is too much. Y'all are getting too involved in some relationships. Breakup because neither are going to find anyone better than themselves. What? There's a lot of fish out there, okay? I'm just saying. Plenty of fish, not sponsored. Have the best day. You go, girl. So proud of you. And I swear, okay. But where is the one that's so funny where the people are like, I can't even go to school. These people are like, this Jerika says, good morning, have a beautiful day. And then this Sinead says, you may have to change your username. ... And then somebody said, okay, Then somebody in here says, how are you taking the breakup? Just bawling my eyes out, even thinking about the first day they met. Yuck, the usual. And then this girl says, I found out in history class and I gasped so hard my teacher thought I went insane and then I went to the bathroom to cry. It was great, okay? I'm just gonna, look, we need a little lesson here, boys and girls, okay? You need to pull your shit together, okay? This is not the real world, see? There's real world issues going on out there, okay? People are dying every day, see? People are having their civil liberties taken away from them on a daily basis, okay? People in other countries don't have clean water. People in other countries don't know if they're going to have food tomorrow, okay? People in this country don't know if they're going to have food tomorrow. There are homeless people living on the streets left and right. People are dying from addiction on a daily basis. And you can't pull it together over Erika Costell and Jake Paul breaking up? I think we need a reality check. That's my 2 cents, especially on the heels. Now, I might feel real bad for this girl, but she's walking in the Victoria's Secret fashion show. She don't care about this relationship, okay? I mean, seriously, that is like, maybe she does. Maybe she does, and she'll come out after it's all said and done with this real, you know, emotional video. I don't know. I don't know why they broke up. I don't know if it was real. I don't know if it was fake. To be honest, who cares? Seriously? I mean, it's all so confusing to me. They're living their best lives. They truly are. I mean, he's probably been out with friends the last 2 days, and she's getting on planes with Victoria's Secret models. It's just a totally unimaginable life. So for us to try to relate to it on any kind of level and be upset or have an emotion attached to it, I just can't. I just can't. So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And are you going to watch the Victoria's Secret fashion show? I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.